Hi garden friend, are you ready to turn your lawn into a thriving garden bed without digging, spraying, or endless weeding? Sheet mulching is one of the easiest and most effective ways to smother grass, build rich healthy soil at the same time. In this video I'll show you a step-by-step how to start a brand new garden bed using cardboard, compost, and wood chips. By spring, you'll have a ready to plant garden space where your plants will live and thrive. So if you're ready, let's go, shall we? Before we start, let's talk about why sheet mulching works so well. The cardboard blocks sunlight, so the grass and weeds underneath can't keep growing. As it breaks down, it invites worms, fungi, and soil microbes to move in. And the layers of compost and mulch on top act like nature's blanket, holding in moisture and feeding the soil. It's basically nature doing the work for you, and that's why gardeners love this method so much. The first thing that you want to do is mow this area as low as possible. Put your lawnmower on its lowest setting and there you go. Now we can mow before we lay the cardboard down. The first step is mowing or cutting down the grass as short as possible. You don't need to dig it out. Actually, leaving the roots in place feeds the soil as it decomposes. If you have tough weeds, you can trim those back too, but they'll eventually die underneath the cardboard. Some people even sprinkle a thin layer of compost or manure directly on top of the grass before laying the cardboard down. That speeds up the composition and gives your soil a little boost. Now for the fun part, laying the cardboard. Make sure you're using plain cardboard without glossy printing or tape. If you see tape, peel it off first. It won't break down well. I like to overlap my pieces by at least 6 inches. Think of it like shingles on a roof. If you don't overlap enough, weeds will sneak through. Another trick is to stagger the seams almost like bricks, so there aren't straight lines for the weeds to follow. You can also use layers of newspaper if you don't have cardboard. Just be sure to lay it thick enough, usually 6 to 10 sheets, so it doesn't tear easily. Right now is the perfect time to start this project because this will need to stay here overwintering, and in the spring you'll be set to go. And one thing you want to remember is to remove all the packaging tape and make sure that you have all the labels taken off of the cardboard. It's as easy as that. Let's move on to the next thing. This is the area that I'm going to be putting my new extended flower bed. Now I've used this hose here to change the shape of this bed and extend it from a bed that I started 2 years ago when I sheet mulched, and it turned out beautiful. However, I would just like to change the shape of it because I would like to eliminate more grass in my front lawn. And as you can see, this grass struggles in the summertime because I don't water. I have decided on the general idea about how I want this bed to be shaped. And I may be planting a small tree here next fall. I just haven't decided yet. So you can also use paint to lay this out as well. But I find a garden hose works out just fine. Now all I do here is simply lay out the cardboard in the pattern. Now while this isn't absolutely perfect, I can just move these around a little bit and make some adjustments. Then I'll just water it well. Now once the cardboard is laid down, soak it really well. This step is easy to skip, but it makes a big difference. Wet cardboard sticks to the soil, doesn't blow away, and it starts softening so earthworms can get through. Worms actually love to travel between cardboard and soil surface. It becomes their little highway. Next, we add compost or mulch. This is the layer that starts actually building your future soil. I usually spread about 2 to 3 inches, but if you have poor soil, you can go even thicker. If you only have yard waste or leaves, that works too. Just keep in mind, they'll break down slower than compost. This step is also where you can customize your soil. For example, if you're planting vegetables, next year you might choose nutrient-rich compost. If it's going to be a perennial or shrub bed, mulch is just fine to build structure. So I've laid out the mulch, and now all I need to do is add some arborists wood chips. Now I have some that I have access to, so I'm going to round those up, and that comes next. Wood chips. I like to use arborist chips because they're usually free, and they're a mix of wood, bark, and leaves, which break down beautifully over time. Spread them about 3 to 4 inches thick. This top layer does a few things. One, it protects the cardboard from drying out. And number 2, it actually keeps moisture in the soil. And number 3, it keeps the bed looking neat and tidy. Wood chips. Now I'm just going to add the wood chips over the cardboard and the mulch. And I've watered it well, and I'm just going to put these down. You'll see how easy it is. Now that I've added these wood chips, I will cut in a line between the grass and the flower bed, and that's really going to sharpen it up and make it look wonderful. And you want that cut in line to be several inches wide so the grass doesn't jump over and get into your flower bed. See how easy that was? It's best to saturate the soil before you start this gardening task. But see how I'm cutting this in and making an edge? There we go. Now, while this isn't nearly perfect, I'm going to wait till a little later in the season after it's rained a little bit more. And I think you can get the general idea about what I've done. And I've followed the line that we created. You can start this project now, and it's the best time. And by spring, you're going to have a fantastic garden space for your flowers or your vegetables. I hope this has inspired you for your own fall garden project today. Please like, subscribe, and comment down below if you have any questions. I hope you're having a great gardening day, and I'll catch you in the next one.